100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, no see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like...
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready. Move ready. SOS.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. It'll go as a loss of 3. Right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Good job, D. Good job.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Hey, here we go. 57. Mike. 57.
Mariota now. He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
57's the Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Returning is Peppers. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
And the Steelers 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Watch the motion.
Now it's Trubisky. Jones has it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Trubisky will throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. A 1st down carry for Barkley. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And this one complete to Smith. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Watch the safety creep. Recon, 152 fighter. Jim.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
One. Where are they, team? Delta. 57 to Mike.
Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Three.
57.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check, crunch, smoke, crunch.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mariota, and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Vic Beasley in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological?
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mariota. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
57, Mike, 57. Come. 3. We won.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got his tight end, Burton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
One. You're on an island over there. Exit. Who got 17?
Mariota to throw it. And this is incomplete. David Montgomery, the target, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Peppers. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
56. Hey, Delta. 56 is the mic. You better be afraid of me.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Trubisky. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down and then some. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 18.
Here's Trubisky. He's got Smith here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Alert. Hey, Charlie.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Washington's got it. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Washington. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
I'm coming. Hey, 18.
Again, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Steelers take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky, complete. Smith has it. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
A gain of 17, but it brings up third down.
Sit up. 180. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Stop.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Lane.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Exit. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Right there, 56. Check. Hey, 18. Slam. Hey, ball.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
56. Hey, wahoo. 65.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
I'm coming after you. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Charlie, I'm scared.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And they give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Where are they, team? One. Kill. Orbit. Turn it up. 49, check 49. Switch. 57 the mic. 57 the mic.
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine. Kill.
On first down, Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing here, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hey, Echo. Mike's 56. So we got man.
Now it's Trubisky. It's complete to Jones. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Go. 56.
Trubisky will throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come off the ball, one. Mike, 55.
Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Devin Bush in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mariota now to throw on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff looking right. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And let's pin the mirrors back in. One. Mike 55.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mariota. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
57 to Mike. Alpha. Double dog. That's the way. Deuce. One.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mariota on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. 1st down, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
I'm trying to collect. Shift. Echo. Hey, switch gears. 3.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Now a desperate. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
50 seconds to Mike.
Mariota. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
55, Mike, 55. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Steelers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.